In Mozambique, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Africa, around 1980, a new form of warfare was beginning to be more highly used. That was the use of children as soldiers. Today, if you walk down the street, you might see a kid playing on the street, playing with a ball. If you go into some other countries such as Sierra Leone, Uganda, Pakistan, Colombia, you might see a kid walking down the street carrying an AK-47 or an M16. The use of child soldiers has become a serious problem over the past few years, mainly because that's the future generation of the country. You know, a kid is a product of their environment. If they grow up around war, they're gonna, and that's all they ever know. That's all they're ever gonna know, and that's what they're gonna turn to. Not gonna have solutions like we would here as a democratic government. So, one might wonder how a kid would become a product of war. A lot of kids, they're orphaned by the violence and they have no family, and that's when they're the most easily exploited because people come to them, the leaders of their rebel groups, and they'll say, you know, these people killed your family, they did horrible, unimaginable things right in front of you, and this is your way to get revenge, is to come join us. Also, in a lot of these countries, there's really, poverty is rampant. So the only way that they're ever going to get fed is to run around with the soldiers and pillaging other villages is pretty much how they sustain themselves. And it's also a problem because once they are exposed to that and they're part of that, when they come back into society, it's really difficult for them to reintegrate, and I'll discuss a little more about that a little bit later. So, there's a few reasons why children are used as soldiers. Easily manipulated. They don't ask questions. They don't They don't really, ask questions and see why they're doing what they're being asked to do. They just kind of do it. They're fearless, loyal, and dispensable. I read a book this summer by Ishmael Bey. He was a child soldier in Sierra Leone. He explained how once his family was killed, he and several other kids from his village, they ran to the coast, pretty much trying to run from the rebel armies, but they just weren't able to escape. And then so once they got a hold of them, they formed like a really strong bond of brotherhood because their army is pretty much their new family. So once that's all they have, that's all they know, and that's what they want to stick to. So there are some solutions to this problem, but it's really hard to have one solution because it's always changing and it's not a really easy, the conflict is, there's always different reasons and there's always different things going on, really corrupt. So reintegration into society is really difficult for them, mostly because of psychological disorders. They have post-traumatic stress disorder, and another big thing is they're addicted to cocaine, because that's what they're given when they're like 12, 13, 14, and they're pretty much ran on cocaine because they have very little food, so that's what keeps them going. And then the sanctions that are written to prevent the problem are oftentimes not upheld by the countries. They're not enforced. So there are some things that we can do to help solve this problem. Just being aware of it, as you can see by the Stop Coney campaign that's been going on. Just raising awareness is a big thing. You can go online and just educate yourself. You can write political organizations. You can donate to DDR. That's disarmament, reintegration, and demobilization. That is part of the Coalition to Stop Use of Child Soldiers, that's their program. That's one of the most successful because they actually send social workers over to the countries and help the kids and nurses and others, whatever they can. So, writing political organizations will help by just raising awareness and putting pressure on your government to do something about it. So next time you're on the web and looking for something to do, just Google child soldier or something and see what you find, and see maybe, there might be a way that you feel that you can make a difference. I mean, not all of us have a lot of money to donate, but just signing petitions and such can really just get the ball rolling and making a difference.